Veggies.
Hi, Sheldon here again, and today I want to talk about must-dos. Now, what are must-dos? Must-dos are the softer way of talking about rules. Um, because for me, I think must-dos is a better understanding of what you need to do rather than what you have to do. It's your garden. You can do whatever you want in your garden. But I want to just share it with you from a perspective of what I do. Because what I do may not necessarily work for you based on where you live and what you do. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, must do number one, know your soil. You need to know what you're putting in your soil, what you're doing with your soil, and what you're putting your soil into. So you want to make sure that your soil has proper drainage. You can put rocks at the bottom of them. At the bottom of the container, you can put PVC pipes with small holes drilled at the side for depth, for watering at a depth. To ensure that you get proper drainage. So you know your soil, and your soil can contain, like my soil, pro-mix, vermiculite, perlite, topsoil, and compost manure. Alright, so do that. Rule number two, know how much water you have. You need to know what, do you have water? Where do you live? You need to know what type of water you're using. Are you using river water, rainwater, pipe-borne water? If you're using pipe-borne water and you have a concern, relax. You can put that same water out in the night and the chlorine will dissipate by the next day. Alright, we want to make sure you have enough water for your garden, as regular as you wet your garden. Number three, let's move on to organics. What is an organic garden? An organic garden is a garden that uses homemade products and things that are natural to the environment. Alright, so you can use compost tea. That is simply putting the compost in the soil and wetting your soil. You can put compost into the soil itself. You can also use eggshells, great source of calcium. You can use, a variety of different sources to get your organic garden going, and we are doing an organic garden as well. All right, this young fella is Lemuel, and so he's relaxing with me. Rule number four, understand pruning. Why is that important? Why is that necessary? Why is that fundamental? And pruning is something that you want to ensure you understand so you don't damage your plant. You prune because it allows the plant to feel better, to relax, to put on its goggles, its sunglasses, and just hang out. It doesn't carry all that load anymore. It doesn't need to, run with that load on its back. So just clipping here and there, it allows the plant to feel lighter, to feel easier, nutrients go in other places. The other thing too is that with the pruning process, you get rid of anything that is infected or infested, anything that can harm the whole plant. Alright, and pruning does that. Pruning can be very, very beneficial for the plant. So you need to do some research on pruning and see why that is necessary. Also, having the right tools. You need to have the right tools. Stop borrowing the neighbor tools. Neighbor, oi? No more borrowing. Go and get your tools. Buy your shovel, buy your fork, buy your spade, buy your hand trowel, buy your everything you need to buy, right? Have your safety equipment as well. Have your steel tip boots, your overall, your eye goggles, your nose guard, all of these things, the right hat, the right shades, right, the right gloves. All of these things are necessary to protect yourself and those around you. Okay, also you need to select the right containers. Rule number 6, know your containers, and having the right containers ensure that you are moving beyond just doing anything anyhow. You're not putting a scientific mind behind what you're doing. Very deliberate, very, very, very deliberate. All right, so if you are like me and you're growing this basil here, you'd see that I have it in a tall bucket because that plant will grow taller and I want the roots to go deeper. So I give it that sense of depth by putting it in that deep bucket. But if you have lettuce, beets, cabbage, pak choy, kale, carrots, those don't require that depth. So you can have a rectangular box, and that box can have 12 plants in it. Very narrow box, and you can do it very effectively. So having the right containers makes sense. Alright, so I'm only going to give you 6 rules in this part, in this episode. The next episode, I'll give you 7 to 12. Alright, it's too much information, and I don't want you watching this video all day. So listen. Next video, we'll talk about the maturity cycle, we'll talk about how to identify pests, we'll talk about location. So stay tuned, look out for the next video. I'll talk to you soon. This is Sheldon, Caribbean Home Veggies. You stay cool.